Start game now. Dr. Doom is back with one of his favorite games of Doom, Berzerk, for the Atari 2600. And looking at the artwork for the manual, which is the same as the box and the cartridge, we have a guy who kind of looks like Howard Wolowitz from The Big Bang Theory in a big green room shooting some cool looking red robots. But you know what else is neat? Is some of these illustrations, like this one of Evil Otto and his robot empire. How amazing. I miss illustrations like this. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and take Berzerk. Let's pop it into my Atari 7800 Pro system and find out how Berzerk holds up today. Let's go to the game. Berzerk is based on the 1980 hit arcade game made by Stern Electronics. It was published by Atari for the 2600 and carries the copyright year of 1982. It is a multi-screen action game for one player only. According to the manual, it is the year 3200, and you are the last of a group of explorers on the planet Mazion. It turns out this planet is only inhabited by Auto-Mazion robots and their leader, Evil Otto. They have destroyed your ship and crew, and now you are stuck in an endless maze with deadly electrified walls, legions of robots, and a maniacal, bouncing smiley face. Yes, sir, this game is just overflowing with hope and joy. The game starts you off in one of the rooms in the maze. The game gives you a little bit of a break here because the robots will never shoot in the first room. You use your joystick to move your guy around and press the button to fire. However, when you fire, you freeze for a split second as you cannot move and fire at the same time. Also, holding the fire button down will leave your guy frozen, continuously firing in whatever direction you aim until you release the button. You can leave each room at any time, even if some of the robots remain. You can only shoot one shot at a time, having to wait until your first shot disappears before you can shoot again, but thankfully, the group of robots is limited to one shot at a time as well. As you progress through the rooms, the robots will get faster and faster until you pass the 16th room, at which point the robots will slow back down and once again increase in their speed for the next 16 rooms. Berzerk offers several modes of play. In some modes, the robots never shoot. In other modes, you can get an extra life for every 1,000 to 2,000 points you score. In most of the modes, Evil Otto, a smiling, indestructible smiley face, will chase you out of a room if you wait too long. However, there are also game variations without him and other variations that let you shoot him to drive him away for a short period of time. For this review, I was playing on game variation 9, which is the most difficult, with shooting robots and Evil Otto who you can't scare away and no ability to earn extra lives. I also think that this variation is the most enjoyable. You start the game with 3 lives and you lose a life every time you touch a wall or an enemy or are shot. You get 50 points for every robot you destroy in a room, and if all the robots in a room are destroyed, you get an additional 10 points per robot added to your score. What's cool is that if the robots destroy each other or walk into a wall and destroy themselves, you still get the points. Graphically speaking, even though the background is black, I thought the characters looked very good, as well as the electrifying animation of your character. And while it doesn't feature the digitized voices from the arcade game, the game still has some pretty good sound effects considering the limits of the 2600. And this is a fairly family-friendly game, with only the darkness and the deadly electric walls being possibly frightening to really young children. On eBay, the game is fairly cheap for a loose copy, which typically goes for $4. Complete copies go for a bit more, $15 to $20, and new copies are going $30 to $40. And as always, I include shipping in those prices. So would I recommend Berzerk for the 2600? You betcha. I found it very enjoyable, especially on the hardest mode, and usually I don't enjoy the hard modes of games. But of course, you can make it easier if you wish. The sounds are great, I like the graphics, and it can be very challenging as well, but in a good way. So where am I going to rank Berzerk? Well, I enjoyed this a little bit more than the classics Centipede and Asteroids, which I currently have at 4 and 5. But I did enjoy Ms. Pac-Man more, which is currently at number 3, so I'm going to make Berzerk my new number 4 ranked game. It is a truly electrifying game for your 2600. If you enjoy videos like this, would you please click the like and subscribe buttons? I'd totally appreciate that. You can also feel free to share this video on your favorite social media site of choice. Thank you guys for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care and beware the smiling face.